Oh, come on! What are you doing, YouTube? How dare you compare me with today's freakazoids? Hello, everyone. This is, in fact, Mark's Max Muscle, not the Tominator, because that was my impression of the Tominator, doing his impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on, do it. That's me. Anyway, don't be fooled by this picture here of Arnold. It is from 1980. Maybe his worst rendition, his worst on-stage Olympia winning version, that's for sure. I just showed it because it's colored and, it's a nice comparison here. We are going to compare these guys pose for pose using the best of, I guess, what you can find from Arnold. This guy competed back in the 70s. So you're not going to get the clearest shots, front-on shots, things of that nature. Obviously here the cameraman is going to Arnold's favor, getting that waistline just nice. But Arnold did that himself. Anyway, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Big Ramy, two of the great ones. Arnold, of course, the greatest. Big Ramy, he is our current Mr. Olympia champion. Everybody always picks on the current guys and says, oh, the older guys were better. Well, from what I can see here, Arnold is fantastic. Come on. Maybe the lag size, the only thing that he's down on. Not a very clear picture of Ramy. Here is a clearer one. This is from 2020, by the way. Big Ramy's better version, better than 2021. And for Arnold, I mean, this picture here is from 1974, but it's a photo shoot. Wow, he is so much better than Ramy, upper body. Not even funny. Almost willing to look past that lag size. I mean, come on, guys. If your argument that Ramy's legs are bigger, so he's winning, look at the arms, for goodness sakes. Look at the upper body. To be fair to Ramy, here's one from 2016? No, 15. 15? I think. He was big one year. I think this is 15. And the next year, 16, I think he was smaller. He was small, Ramy. But he was absolutely huge here. And as far as the arms are concerned, wowee! Ramy was 100 times better back then. Almost matching Arnold in those bicep guns, those peaks. Go through these shots. And this is just fun, guys. This is for fun, not meant to see who's actually going to win. Because, like I said, we'll never really be able to tell for sure. This nice clear picture here of Arnold, though, from 74. He had some nice bat wings, for sure. He was good and wide for his time. Maybe had the best front lat spread on stage. But Big Ramy, I mean, these guys take it to a whole nother level. You were calling it a blowout in the front double because of the arms. I mean, upper body here, Big Ramy looks a lot better. I would be remiss not to show this one here of Arnold. A more famous picture. I mean, you can't do wrong with this. Like I said, he probably had the cameraman, the exact right angle, things of that nature. Hard to size, too, when the angles are so different. But the finishing result, the final result is Arnold looks, to take one of his words, fantastic. It was maybe one of the first words he learned when he was learning English. Fantastic. He liked it. He liked the word. Side chest, hard to size these guys, like I said. But keep in mind, Big Ramy sits so low in this one. You know, Brandon Curry's taller than him in this shot when he does his side chest. Arnold's big... Now, this is the epitome when I say big man's manly chest. You picture Arnold with a plaid shirt buttoned, opened up, with his big man's chest hanging out with a big axe. Here's a better one of Arnold. A photo shoot. And this one really does show you, because obviously the other one's the on stage. He's bowing his chest out too much. I mean, camera angles. This one here really shows that he did have a bigger chest than nowadays guys. Bigger biceps as well. Look at the delt difference though. Triceps and delts. Wow. And the wheels as well. The side tricep, you're not going to find a different picture of Arnold hitting the shot to a T. There's one maybe when he was even younger. But this one here's, oh gosh darn it, 60s. Definitely 60s. Maybe even 67. I think this is from the 1967 NABA Pro Universe. Come on, Dylan, get to the hoverboard. Never mind. It wasn't funny. Big Ramy winning on all aspects except for the tricep itself. I mean, that's what counts, right? Actually, winning on the abs here. Arnold's still winning on the pecs. Look at the pectorals on the dude, even when he was a young buck. Probably in his 20s here. No fooling. Go to the back shots. Of course he was in his 20s. He won his first Olympia title when he was in his 20s. What do you guys think of the back shots? Do you think I missized this one? Of course, the camera angle's only gonna hurt Arnold with the back shots. When the camera's down low, you want it to be right up high where it is with Ramy, so you can see an even spread of the back and the lower half. Because let's face it, guys, Arnold's back would look little puny, tiny weakling compared to these big new juggernaut beasts. I mean, come on, this is not fair, Maximus. No, it isn't fair. And considering it's his weaker shot, too. Now, the rear double, we kind of switch things up a bit, don't we? Because, I'll tell you why in just a second. Because it is a better shot for Arnold than the rear lat. Way better. And it is a way worse shot for Big Ramy on account of the lower lat insertions. I mean, maybe the guy got injured somewhere along the lines. It happens. The lower lat insertions. Maybe some nerve endings, things of that nature. Got taken away. So many things get taken away from us when we're still young bucks. But obviously, you compare older shots of Big Ramy, he has lat insertions. This is from 73 for Arnold. 1974. Look at that. Wow. Arnold's back was never this good. Now, his back, he maintained his back. Some say he improved. He continued to improve his back. I don't think he ever improved upon it. Now, his legs got smaller from 74 to 75, and then obviously to 80. And everything else got smaller. But his back, he kind of kept it up. But like I said, he was never this ripped and big from behind. Is he beating Ramy? The upper body he is. I'll tell you that right now. In the lower half, it's not even a fight. It's not even worth the mention. Go to the abs and thigh. And a lot of these poses, Arnold, we said front abs and thigh, not side. Hey, listen, I paid the judges. You don't worry about it. You'll see me holding the Sandow and the $25,000 trophy. Not that I needed it, but he should have gave the rest of the competition the money. I mean, you guys know what I'm saying? Should have give all the money to this guy that won second. Give it to Chris Dickerson. And then Chris could give his prize money to the next guy, and Frank Zane would have held on to his. Anyway, I don't think they made much back then, so might have helped the other guys, Arnold. Anyway, here's another abs and thigh and another position. And Ramy looks terrible in this shot. They are really filled up. There's definitely weaknesses of being a modern day competitor versus a 70s guy, and vice versa. If you don't know what that means, well, I can't help you out. It shows that Arnold and any of the 70s guys, let's face it, are gonna look puny, little tiny, stickling in the legs, especially compared to Ram Man. Now, some of the shots, yeah, I'll agree, Ramy's quads looked a little bit too big, but that goes with today's competitors too. When you compare Ramy against other dudes, it's like, little bit much in the quads. Clap on some of that clay under the calves. Anyway, like I said at the beginning, guys, this is just for fun. Not meant to say, oh, Arnold looks better aesthetically. He is much better of a bodybuilder. He's winning. Or for a more realistic approach, Big Ramy has so much more muscle per square inch. He has much more condition. So much more condition from behind that it's laughable. Not meant to do that. Just kind of meant to show the evolution, too, of the sport. And obviously, they did pay a great deal of attention on aesthetics, completeness, things of that nature. Look at the pecs on Arnold. Look at that, the chestal regions. But, of course, one reason why a lot of these guys from the olden days of bodybuilding look great, they were only young. They'd quit by the time they were 30s. Not all of them, though. Not all of them. Serge Nabray was around. He was no spring chicken. Here is the crab position, so I guess you can't really use that as an excuse, can you, Maximus Maximus? Lots of older dudes, I guess, when you think about it back then. Still look great. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's got a better set of pecs. That is one thing we learned from this. And his biceps, I don't want to say they're better. They're better in a lot of the shots. A shot like this, they both have great guns. Hey, it's a testament to Arnold that he can even hold his own against a modern day competitor in any of these muscle groups. Not the quads, though. Wow. Big Ramy's traps, too. Anyway, guys, 1974 to 2020, for the most part. Obviously, Ramy won it in 2021. Arnold won a few more, too. 1970 to 75, then again in 1980. Anyway, guys, Arnold Schwarzenegger, say what you will about him. He may have got ripped everybody off from that 1980 Arnold Schwarzenegger, not the Arnold classic, the Olympia. But you know what? He's still around. He invented the Arnold Schwarzenegger classic. He donates all this money. He puts it on the map. So, out of anybody that could have got a free Olympia, you got to give it to Arnold. You got to give it to him. Anyway, guys, my point is, the guy has done so much for bodybuilding that I'm going to formally, right now, forgive him for his 1980 Olympia debacle. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Have a nice one.